Well, it's all about your relationship with fear. If fear is your master, your whole life is miserable. You might as well let it live. But if it's your friend, it'll help you succeed in life. Fear is like fire. If you know how to control it, it keeps us all warm. It heats our food and everything. But if you let it get out of control, it'll destroy you and everything around you. Life is a balance, and your legacy is not what you accomplish, it's what your children say about you. At the end of the day, they know who you are. They know what you're hiding that you don't want no one else to see. I believe humans can do anything. That's what I believe. I believe humans with conviction can do anything. The world will know my name till the end of time. That's what I go to bed thinking. That's what it's all about, but visualizing, looking into the mirror, self-hypnotism, and that's what it's all about, touching your inner core of your consciousness, and self-consciousness, please me. It was all about extreme discipline. If you had a problem, something about with yourself, you have to change it. Find a way to change your self-hate to self-love. And it's all about discipline. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. I know for sure, I never had a family. I never had a upbringing. I grew up in the streets. Everything goes. The lifestyle of a champion. When you have to be champion before you become champion. More than my skills, I had the mindset. It's just, I'm the greatest. I believed it when I was 14. You have to first leave success is all about a lifestyle. I lived the lifestyle of the champion at 14. In order to be the champ, you have to live a lifestyle of the champ. It's all about discipline, doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. That's what it's all about. Well, if you don't have discipline, I don't care how skillful you are, you're nothing. It's not the physical aspects, it's emotionally and psychologically. I put the impression that I'm God on them. So really, if you don't believe you're God, why are you here? True, right? If you don't want to be the best ever, why are you here? Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. So I'm just trying to build this confidence up. It's all about the belief that you can do it. Belief is more powerful than anything. So I want to be up more than anybody on the planet want me to be down. And that's just what it's all about. Wanting to get the best out of yourself. Not competing with anyone else but you. And that's how we improve as a person. Improving ourselves to an emotional level where sometimes you can feel superior, but it's a superior in a good way because we share a lot of love, and everybody's going to be superior in that same level because that's what it's all about, everybody being equal. Some people have more flamboyant jobs, more money, but the psychology of just brotherly love, sisterly love, and we just have to get along. That's just what it is. The ups and downs are not over, believe it or not, in life, and only thing we can do is just have that focus and belief in ourselves and believe that I want to be up, then anybody in the world wants me to be down. And it's all about, well, like I said before, self-belief. My whole success is from belief. Something I can feel, but not actually see. The reason why people don't appreciate you because you haven't gave your breath. This is what they look at. This is how Cuss would look at it. You made all this money, you got all this fame, and this is how much you're gonna give God. You're gonna run only 5 miles, you're gonna run 4 miles. He gave you all this fame. Everybody know you only gonna give him 5 miles. Hey, Cuss would run that kind of giving me. He'd say, well, God gave you all this stuff he gave you. You can't give him 5 rounds, 6 rounds, 8 rounds. You have to look at it from that perspective. With all the talent you have, and you just can't give it an extra round. You don't got another round in your mind, give me a break, okay? You got 20 extra rounds in you. It's all in your mind. When I win the morning, I win the day. So that's why exercise is important to relieve your stress. Win the morning, you win the day. By depriving yourself, and in time you can reward yourself. But first you have to deprive yourself from all pleasures. That's who I was. I didn't want nothing until I got something. And when I said something, I mean the crown. Just like in the ring, it's not as bad as actually your mind makes it. And it's the same way in life. Your mind makes ordeals that happen, more dangerous and more important than they actually are. Your mind has to be your friend, because your mind is not your friend. At the start, you're born, it's not your friend. It tells you to do crazy shit, you have no control over it. But once you have control over your mind and it becomes your friend, it's going to relay good things to you and positive things. It doesn't know you're not his friend yet or its friend yet. You have to develop a relationship with your mind, your fear, your whole aura of personality, your whole, your ethos of life. It's all about your relationship with fear. If fear is your master, your whole life is miserable. You might as well don't even live. But if it's your friend, it'll help you succeed in life. It'll help you, because you're afraid, you'll reach your higher potential and you even play with your, over your highest potential, because that fear of losing, that fear of being humiliated, that fear of people laughing at you, that excels you to be better than what you actually are. You'd be surprised how many people are great because of shame. Fear is like fire. If you know how to control it, it keeps us all warm. It heats our food and everything. But if you let it get out of control, it'll destroy you and everything around you. Anything that I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid to do, to ask the most prettiest girl in the world, I'll do this, I work for this position in life. Anything I'm afraid to do, I just do it.
Yeah.
And not afraid of the results. Well, I'm afraid of the results, but I act as if I'm not. If I was mentoring you myself, you have to first have the aptitude to do what you claim you want to do. And if you have that, and the determination and the will to win, there's nothing that you can't do. You know, impossible is nothing compared to anybody that tries. Nothing's impossible then. You know, that's the total belief in yourself. Confidence breeds success, success breeds confidence, and confidence applied properly will supersede a genius. Okay, your mentor picks you. Like when I met my mentor, Customato, he said, I summoned you. You're nothing without one. You have to have one. You have to. That's our first interest into being involved with the world, having a mentor. Yeah. Even if you have a bad one, you need a mentor. You have to believe in yourself before you believe in anything else. God, religion, you have to believe in you. And once you believe in you and have a relationship with you, there's nothing that you can't do. And that's just what it is. That's just the way the universe made it. They were never taught self-belief. They were only taught commercial religion, and it wasn't successful, so to speak. And so people don't understand the concept of living, so they want to live the way they want to live. They don't want to do religion. Matter of fact, they want to live. They want to be their own God. You know, they're going to run their own show. And because in order to be a master, you have to first be a fool. You're only as good as your last adversity. All that anger, fighting for your friends is because you want love. That's why I fight for my friends as well. And there's nothing wrong, because self-love is very distant to some people. We don't understand it. It's helping other people, self-love. You have to love everybody else in order to love yourself. And that's what I learned in life. I just believe in me. And I'm going to overcome all my adversities. I'm not going to, the truth will set you free, but it's going to make you miserable first. And that's how I live my life. Tell the truth, and then I wish I didn't do that. Life is just a circle. They're going to hate me again one day. And then, God willing, they're going to respect me again one day. That's just, I personally don't live for people's opinions. So that's why people are going to always be a little bit upset with me and not really dig the comments I make. But that's not what my existence is about. My existence is about raising myself to that level of love, of self. I just don't look at life as everybody's picking on me and why you did that to me and I'm black, I can't do shit. I don't live my life like that. I just don't live my life like that. I live my life that I can, as far as my eyes can see, I'm superior. I just think death got a bad rap. I think we should be afraid of death, but we shouldn't cling to life. We should be appreciative of the time that we had here that was successful and the way that we evolved, and just call it a day. In order to enjoy happiness, there must be sadness. So always remember that. Life is not, happiness doesn't mean hee ha ha. Happiness is adversity, overcoming adversity. All of this is what we're doing now. Me and you and everybody is a beautiful process of dying. Mm-hmm. Once you're born, the process begins. And that's what it is. By you dying, you change the world. Death got a bad rap. No, it has a bad rap. If life is beautiful, how could death be bad? Without life, there wouldn't be death. Without death, there wouldn't be life. How could they both be bad? You think God would want us to be born and just be scared about dying? That's all. That's how we're born now. We're scared to die. Never get discouraged and never give up. Never give up. Because at one time, they were trying to starve me to death, and I couldn't make money. I had bad reputation. And if you can't make money, what do? You kind of get discouraged and destroy yourself. You feel useless, you feel helpless. You can't take care of your family. And that's what I went through most of my life because I didn't care. And I didn't realize the world has a bigger, you had. And so I lost in that particular game. But in time, I matured. I didn't give up. I didn't get discouraged. And I have this podcast with awesome people like yourself I'm able to talk to. And it all comes to not giving up, not going back into drugs, not going back into women, not going back into liquor. If you want to change in your life, you have to change. And that's what I wanted. So I got married to my wife, and my wife had to deal with me. And we finally, we had my daughter. And then I said, I'm going to change. I'm going to try to do this right. I'm going to try to take care of her, do the right thing. I burnt the candle at both ends. I trained hard and I partied hard. And the candle burns out real quick.
And you think if you didn't do that, you would have lasted a bit longer?
If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be Mike Tyson. All that make me who I am now, why everybody says, hey, he's the greatest, and you can't go outside. That's because I have flaws. Yeah. No one likes perfection. No. They always, they maybe like it, but we never receive it. Because life is about flaws and learning from our flaws. Life is not perfection. It's not one person and we're perfected and we don't divert. It doesn't work. Life doesn't work like that. We learn from our experience on diverting. Everything's this big, this whole planet's one big school and we're students. And just like school, some people learn quicker than others. And some people learn really, really late. They learn, but everybody learns. In order to be in the master, you have to be the idiot first.
Right.
You can't be the master without being an idiot. You can't be a master and become a master. You have to make the mistakes to become a master.
100%.
Fool, you have to be a fool to even think you want to reach that level.
Yeah.
I learned this in life when we were talking about business. Never get involved with a conversation that you're not a master in. You always get involved with something that you're superior, that you know the particulars of, and then everything will be great. You have to bring something to the table, and you have to be valuable with people. I'm wealthy because I'm valuable. I'm not valuable because I'm wealthy. And it's all about reaching your self-conscious. You having connection with your self-conscious, your ferociousness. Everything's about being connected, and by using that for your fighting too. Everything's love. Everything's connected to love. Even us going to war. I got her back, she got his back. And it's war and it's love. Everything's love. Sometimes I get in my head and think I'm somebody. And then I'm easily offended. But when I know I'm nobody, I could never be offended. You can't take yourself too serious. Right. You know what I mean? The world will turn on you if you take yourself too serious. Who the hell am I to take myself too serious? Made all this money, got this reputation, and now I'm looking at people screw facing them down. Right. I have a great life. How am I going to be mad at somebody? Really, when you think about it. When my ego is not involved, how can I really be mad at somebody? God created hurt people like me to help hurt people like you. Yes. Buddha's pretty interesting. Buddha believed that suffering was self-suffering and God didn't create us to suffer, and that's what he lived for. To stop self-suffering. That he was very wealthy and he left all of that and his wife and his children to stop suffering, self-suffering. I've learned in life you have to worship somebody else bigger than yourself. I only knew worshiping myself because I was always told to believe in myself. And the connection with me and Allah is just what it is. It's who I am. And so I decided in life I want to be a good person more than a great person. And that's just been my concept. Good is so much more superior than great when it's used in the proper perspective. God did this. I asked for this and this is what he gave me. It's not like someone gave me something I didn't acquire. I wanted this life, I prayed for this life, and I received it. Well, I persuade them to be my friend. All the people who they believe are all my enemies. Enemy is just an illusion. You know what I mean? It comes down with our feeling towards that good person, that that person has something I want and I'm unable to get it at this particular moment. Of course you have regrets. But without those regrets, without those failures, you'll never be able to succeed after sports. You know, a lot of people hold their regrets with them from sports. I just hold my regrets from life. You know, because sports and everything else in life, when God said, let there be light, it was already written. This been written trillions of years ago. My belief in life. Everything's already been written. Us meeting each other, my daughter being born, these people meet us engaging and look, never see each other again, but yes, this has all been already established. The spiritual journey is, it appears to never be over. It's just, your spirituality change as your intellect change, as your soul change, your spirituality change. And I'm just at the stage now where, I'm ready to meet God.